It's 06:30, it's go time. It has been raining all night, still sprinkling. So I'm gonna go ahead and start disconnecting the water. Oh, poor neighbor's boat here, for washing their boat. It's filled with water. That's how much it rained yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking off non-essential lines, water, and Jim's getting ready inside the boat. Welcome back to Underway Drifting and Dreaming. I'm Jennifer, my husband Jim, and I are on the America's Great Loop. We're on a 48-foot Kadey Krogen Whaleback, and we're about 5,000 miles into our loop. This winter we headed over to Kemah, Texas to overwinter, enjoy our daughter's wedding, and one more wedding in New Zealand. We are away from the dock and we're heading back to the loop. All right, I'm down in the salon. I'm gonna make sure everything's secured. So we have these little anchors on cupboards. Just making sure everything is closed. I'm gonna put our pictures down. I pushed those things back yesterday. I think I'll put this right here. Flashlight is on the couch. I'll tell Jim that. And I'm gonna leave the plants until we get out there. I'll probably move everything down off the counter just so nothing falls. And I'll get to the dishes, but I've been busy since about 6 o'clock. The fridge has a lock. Let me show you that. It just comes over, and that way it will not open. So that has a lock, and I've already put the lock on the pantry, which is up here. I love our pantry. Look at that. So it could open. It's on rollers, and I just put this pin, it's not a cotter pin. I can't think of the name of that type of pin, but it's there. It's secured. Everything in here is tied down. The bikes are, where's the light here? The bikes are attached, so they're not going anywhere. Oh my goodness, look at all of them. 4 I've counted so far. Let's see if they'll come swim alongside the boat. They like to ride behind the boat and eat. 6, 7, 8. I'll go ahead and let's see if I'll just do that. Oh, there's one right here. I do not see any swimming along with the boat. They're probably heading back to eat the fish that were kicking off. Oh, there's another one. 9. I guess I'm always looking at the Kemah boardwalk and not forward. Let me check over here to see if we have any dolphins swimming. I heard one just come up. The visibility of the Galveston Bay is not great, so the clarity of the water. So I'm sure those dolphins are behind us eating breakfast. Oh! They always scare me when they come up next to the boat. Yep, they're swimming here alongside of us, but we just can't see them. Getting on in Key West, it was lovely because you could see to the bottom, going up Hawks Channel. Oh, I can hear them breaching beneath us. There they go. All right, I am at the helm. Jim ran down to check. We have a flashing bilge light, so he's going to go ahead and check on that and then do a quick engine room check. I'm just going to keep the boat between the buoys. I also have, if you can see this right here, they're breadcrumbs, and these are all the times that we've come in and out, and it's great because the breadcrumbs stay there for about 6 months, I guess, and we can just follow our route back out. So I'm just staying in the channel leaving Kemah. I'm on auto hold. I'm not on autopilot, I'm on auto hold, so just holding my heading, which is 074. I have a tanker out there. We got Jolly Rogers hanging out in the cabin with us today since it's rainy. Once we get to the ICW, we will get the dog out on the bow. So Jim, what are your thoughts of leaving Kemah?
Underway's the only way.
It's a bittersweet moment saying goodbye to friends and family, leaving our home. But it is time for us to continue with our journey on the America's Great Loop. So
we could test everything on the boat again. Be our first full day. We've got a bit current coming up the bay, but it's going to turn around here shortly. So right now it's showing 7 o'clock arrival at our destination.
Oh no!
Which is a long day.
It is a very long day.
Once we get down in ICW, the current will push us. We'll see. It's not too strong down there, but definitely be a long day. But it'd be good to get that far. Good anchorage there.
Yeah, it's a good anchorage. That's where we saw pigs last time, and mosquitoes the size of 747s.
They were big. So the front pushed through last night. A lot of storms in central Texas at our home. A lot of hail west of there. They found 5-inch balls of hail.
In the hill country?
In the hill country, just west of there, towards Mason, I think.
Okay.
Huge hail. A lot of damage. Our home, I think, is fine. Our kids haven't called, but dripping out of some trees and all, but needed rain. So hopefully our rainwater tank filled up. It came through here at about 4 in the morning, I guess.
Well, it started about 1. The winds hit at 1 a.m.
Yeah, so it's all pushed through. The weather is showing only 10 to 15 knots out here on the bay. Right now the seas are nothing. I mean, 1 foot if that. Ship channel looks pretty good, so we'll start heading that way. We'll be nose into the wind, which should be good. And then tuck into ICW and then start heading west. Heading east, I'm sorry.
We're heading east, baby.
We're going to west of Corpus. Although there's a rocket launch today.
Oh, there's there?
I don't know if it's out of, it's a SpaceX 8 mission. I don't know if that goes out of Brownsville or not. So.
Okay, we'll need to look that up.
Yeah, so yeah, it's good to be back underway and a daily routine of drinking coffee and eating tacos for breakfast. And
I did pre-make some tacos. You can see a happy one over here. So I pre-made all those tacos, put them in the freezer, and then I put them in the refrigerator to thaw overnight. But Jim didn't get much to eat. We left a little bit later than planned, just it was raining and dark. And we'll be in before it's dark and put the anchor down.
Yeah, the weather for the rest of the week should be 10 knot winds at night, so chance of thunderstorms each day. But this front kind of came down to Texas now. It's pushing back to the northeast. It's heading into Alabama and Tennessee, Georgia, I guess. So.
Well, it definitely cooled down the weather from 90s to I think we're in the 70s right now.
Yeah, I thought we'd be running the air conditioner generator every day, but we may have to find the heater and plug in the heater.
We left that at home, honey. We can always turn on the boat generator and the boat heater.
And making videos and seeing new sites and doing why we did this. So we'll head over to Mobile and turn north, and we do have a yard haul out in Demopolis for 82 weeks at the most, hopefully. Doing swim platform, bow thruster, transducers. I've got the new sail pack over here, which is new Garmin. That'll replace our old Gray Marine, which doesn't really work that great. The depth is working better now than it has. The wind or the speed is no longer working. The wind direction works great. So we're hoping to get that all replaced, and then the new Garmin will link into all this Garmin. So I'll have backup redundancy on the fathometer. As you can see, this fathometer, the depth isn't accurate because the transducer is just fold style. So hopefully that'll give me a much better bottom read in the transducer. So each one will have its own transducer on a different frequency. So that's going to hopefully solve our issue and get a really good accurate bottom. And then what else on the bottom? Doing a paint job. And
are you just painting the skeg and the
well, the
rudder?
skeg has to prime and bottom paint. The rudder I have to take all the way down to bare metal, and I'm going to do probably top speed on that because the other paint's not adhering to it. You just can't find the paint because it's stainless steel. So we'll put prop speed on it, which will stick, and then do the entire bottom, sand and do a bottom coat. I try to hire that out and sand it. That's a lot of work, but it doesn't have to go down too much. The bottom paint's in actually good shape. There's not layers of it. It was soda blasted several years ago and barrier coated, primed, so it's in really good shape. So it's just really a power wash and a light sanding, and then 5 gallons of BioCop, Seahawk BioCop antifouling. Oh, and the anodes, we'll replace all the anodes with the aluminum anodes.
And fresh water.
Fresh water, most for the next 5 months or so. And then they're good for salt water too. So maybe when we get down to Florida, we'll see how they look. Just dive on them and replace them with a diver with baptism canoes for the rest of the time.
All right. We are back on the loop, baby.
Turning right now, heading out to the ship channel. Watch for crab pots.
So we do have the stabilizers on. Just a little snotty out there.
26 knots to 30, so 36 knots, so 20 to 25 knot winds.
All right, 25 knot winds. And there goes the wheel. The sun is really coming out now. We're in the Houston ship channel. Eyes at the ship channel. Right there, you can see her coming alongside of us. We had two tows going the opposite direction, heading north, and there is one more way out to the distance leaving Houston. Oh, it's amazing. You can't see it on the camera, but there's dolphins jumping in front of that ship. Look at that. So it's still a little bit choppy up here. It's getting so much better. The waves, the wind, I think the wind's down to 20. Here's another tow coming through.
Buttercup, Cetus.
Buttercup, come on.
Yes, sir. 50-foot pleasure craft coming off the flats, will be turning eastbound in the Oliver there. Looks like he'll be coming out. You want to see us on 2?
I'll be turning outbound for Galveston.
Okay, that should be good then. We should be able to see on 2. We'll come around the corner and confirm. Thank you.
Just wide, Brad. Got a strong current right now. Ain't got much to play with.
All right, we'll stay out of your way, but we'll be standing by 1316. See us.
It's 6:40. We are anchored. The bridle is on. The anchor day signal is up. And we lined ourselves up. This is one of our reference points here. There's an alligator swimming across up there. Yes, right at the mouth of that cut. We are keeping the back door shut. The sun is setting, and we have 2 alligators coming to visit us. Right here. The other one's staying back a little bit. The alligator is checking us out. This is the smaller, the big one is over off the bow. From head to where his back legs are probably 5 feet. Thank you for joining us as we get underway, heading back to the America's Great Loop. The first day started a little rainy, windy, a little choppy. Once we got in the Gulf Intercoastal Waterway, It was a beautiful day. We had a great anchorage in Taylor's Outfall. And we're going to continue to head east to the Mobile Bay.